This section will cover software updates and patches. Every day, new software vulnerabilities are discovered and corrected. These security corrections are released via software patches and updates. It's very important to make sure that you have the most up-to-date software. There are several ways that somebody can find and update their software. These updates can be found using Microsoft's Update, FileHippo's Update Checker, and also using the Check for Updates in the software itself. First, for the Windows operating system, Microsoft has created a Windows Update website. Using the Microsoft Internet Browser, you can obtain updates to Microsoft products. The Windows Update website interfaces with the Windows installer to install and maintain Windows products. The next way to obtain software is to install and run the FileHippo Update Checker. The FileHippo Update Checker will try and determine all the software products which you have installed. It will then compare the software versions that you have installed with the most recent versions that it has. It will then tell you which products that you have, which there are updates for. In this section, we will now look at the Microsoft Windows Update Checker and also the FileHippo Update Checker. We will now discuss updates and patches. What are updates and patches? Updates are improvements to software. Patches are fixes to existing software. Updates and patches can include security fixes. Why update or patch? Updates can add new functionality to the software that you currently have. Updates and patches can fix security issues. Typically they're free and they're very easy. Update tools. In this section we'll cover Microsoft Update, FileHippo Update Checker, and built-in check for updates. Also additionally, CNET Tech Tracker has a update tool as well. We won't be covering in this section, but it looks very good. Components of updates and patches. Typically they have some kind of version checking software. They'll compare the version of the software that you have against a database of the latest versions of software. Typically there's a remote server with updates and patches that you're going to connect to and get the software from. And a lot of these have custom installers that will install the software after it's got the latest updates. Microsoft Update it comes free with the Windows operating system. Microsoft products updates, drivers, it includes drivers for many third parties, and it's built in, and it's free. And it also has the Windows operating system updates as well. If you just go to the control panel, if you see the screen here, you might actually have to click to the classic view to be able to see. Once we're in the classic view, if you click on the I believe automatic updates, here if you look at the screen here, you can actually specify what times and how the update should be applied. If you just click on the recommended, the auto, it'll actually try to update every day at 3 o'clock. And this is a very simple way to get all your Microsoft updates. Another way is actually if you go to Start All Programs Windows Update, you can actually use Microsoft's site to get updates as well. So once you got there, you can actually go there and it'll actually scan your machine and look to see if you have any software that might have updates. It's pretty simple. You just follow through and click on Download and Install Now. Then it'll actually start to download all the software and begin to install it for you. And here you can see installation complete. And in this step, it just gave me the new Genuine Advantage validation tool.
Okay, and now we're going to look at FileHippo's update checker. FileHippo is a update checker is a software that will actually scan your machine, look for the different applications that you have, and we'll compare it against applications that it might have. And the nice thing about it is it works for many different applications. It's not just Microsoft applications. And it's easy to use and it's free. If you just go to filehippo.com, you'll be able to, you see here in the top right hand corner, download free update checker. Just click on download now. Go ahead and run it. And this is the screen you'll see. Just select language. Welcome, just click on next. Read through, agree to the agreement. Specify where you want, what components you want, and where. In my case, I did need to have the latest .NET framework. I said OK, and then it actually downloaded and installed them for me. And then the installation was complete. I clicked close, and that was it for the installation. To actually run the tool, you see, you'll have a little icon here. To actually run the tool, if you right click down here on this little green box, you can actually say view results, and it'll actually open up an Internet Explorer window and will look at any applications that might have updates. And you can see the installed version that I have is 6, but the latest version is actually 10. You can see that with all the software here. You can actually go a step further. Well, go back. And to actually get the latest version, just click on the down of the green arrow, and it'll actually allow you to download the latest version. You can also, if you go to customize, settings, if you go to the results and click on show all programs, not just the ones need updating, I thought this view was a little bit nicer in that in previous sections we actually installed adware and Spybot Seek and Destroy. Since they were the latest version, they didn't have or need any kind of downloads. I just thought it was nicer to see that what software it does track, not just the ones that needed updates. We'll now look at using the update feature in software. This happens to be Google Earth. A lot of applications support this type of feature. If you go to the Help menu, which is typically the right-hand menu, you can usually check for updates online. In this case, it did go out and see that there was a new version, and it gave me a link to actually get the software. So just to review, updates and patches are normally free, and most programs support one kind of a feature or another.